Hello, levelengine here for something completely different. So I just want to tell you right now that I'm still probably going to be ROM hacking Castlevania 3, also Super Mario World. This is just a side project that I decided to start up since I'm going to have more free time after the semester ends. Also, I'd like to practice and brush up on my Unity skills because I may be getting a summer job involving games programming using this engine. So I figured why not do something I love in Unity, as in old school Castlevania as you can see right here. Yes, this is a very, very unfinished product right now. And yes, you can see this just cuts off into nothingness. I have not even really built the level yet. This is just the first day working on this. I literally had to recreate most of the game from, well, not entirely from scratch. Unity has a lot of built-in functions when it comes to characters, but still. I mean, with ROM hacking and all, I feel like all of it is just laid out for you. Here, you're definitely going to do some programming and recreate some things from scratch. It definitely took me a while to actually just get the controls to work right. And also just figuring out the physics. I have not touched Unity in over 9 months. So this definitely took a while to figure out. All of this was done over the course of one day. Okay, maybe I'll just maximize this so you can see the status bar. Scale. Okay, we gotta scale it down, not up. Okay, so now you see, like, pretty much what the whole prototype looks like. And it took me a while to put in all this functionality. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to get the items to interact with only the ground, because they're supposed to land on the ground. Well, when the player touches them, he picks them up. And they should interact with nothing else. Like, especially not the player's whip. I mean, that whip attack is still not even done yet. In fact, I don't even have the graphics for the whip or the animations. I have what looks like a cigarette that he's shooting out of his crotch, or when he's jumping, it looks like he's shooting it out of his eyes. Yes, the whip does interact with candles, breaks them, and if there's something in the candle, it drops. That's about it, though. There are no enemies for me to kill. In fact, there's like no level design here either. There's just a few graphics, and that's literally it. Just some foreground. Of course, we needed this for the player to walk around and jump on, so I could test all the physics. And background, I just felt like putting it in there just to have a bit of decoration while I was working on this, because I was going to look at this for a very long time. So what I essentially did was just copy and paste a few graphics from NES Castlevania 3. I actually separated the blocks into 4 layers, one for each of the colors, then made everything else transparent, and the one color that I separated from, like, the 4 white. I'm just going to pick a random block and show you what I mean with this. So, block 1 is a game object, it's a prefab I've created, and yes, you can see color 1, color 2, color 3, and color 4. Even though I'm pretty sure you won't be able to see it well because of the white and gray tiles, the white color, yeah, you can probably hardly see this with all the white color on the white and gray is supposed to be like the color of the block. And this is white because I want to be able to change it at will. I mean, I just wish the transparency wasn't a white and gray checkered background so you could see this better, because I can't really explain it all that well. I'm having a hard time putting it into words. But what I can do now is pretty much pick any color combination that I want for these blocks. I mean, this was pretty tedious to do with MS Paint, but I can literally go and choose any color combo I want for these blocks now. So we'll just see what we can come up with on the fly. A lot more colors to pick from with Unity than, say, Revamp. That's one thing I can do over Revamp already. Well, that looks pretty nice. You know what? Let's go again. Let's change this one. I mean, it'll all change back once I just pause or just stop the game. Once I stop the game, it just all changes back anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do to the colors at all. I'm just gonna have fun here and see, like, we're just gonna have fun here, and I'm gonna show you what I set up and how I set it up and why I did this. So I hope you kind of see it now, because I don't know how else to say it. These are 4 separate images, all colors just separated from each other, so I can just change them one by one. And yeah, there you go. So if I ever want to reuse this block, just change all the colors, I can do that super easily now that I've just separated all the layers by color and just stacked them all on top of each other. I also did the same thing for these mountains. I'm not going to go through the trouble of changing the colors again, but yes, I could at least just recycle these mountains over and over again, just picking different colors each time. Super easy. So you can whip, and yeah, the whip is it's still very unpolished. But you can whip. You can only whip candles because there's no point in whipping anything else because it doesn't exist yet. And you can get hearts, but you can't actually use them for anything since I didn't program in any sub-weapons yet. There's like none here right now. So literally all you can do right now is just move around a bit. And there's no way to die either. I mean, you could just walk off the screen, either the left or the right side, but you won't die. You'll just fall, and you'll just fall forever. And literally nothing will happen until you just stop the game and restart. I mean, I could definitely get creative with the level design and the background and foreground and all, but this is probably going to take a while to do because I actually have to start with the basics first. We gotta have enemies, we gotta have good controls and game physics, gotta have proper animations. He doesn't even have the whip animation yet. Like when you whip, like Trevor doesn't do his whip animation. I didn't put that in yet. I mean, there's his jumping. He can't duck. There's no stairs to climb. Yes, you're looking at like a very tiny fraction of what Castlevania is right now. This is not something you can put on store shelves at all. This is like this is not a finished game by any means. So I'm not exactly planning to get too carried away with this right now because I gotta put in all the main features of the game first before I actually think about building multiple levels. So I'm probably going to want to actually program in the most basic functions of the game before even trying to complete one level. You might get one level, maybe two. If I'm still really feeling up to it, then I can probably go the whole way and just make a huge Castlevania Fangame with Unity. I mean, part of the reason I'm doing this is because I'm pretty dissatisfied with the limitations that come with Revamp. Well, maybe not so much the limitations that come with just the editor, but also the fact that there's very little documentation on Castlevania 3 hacking, if any, so I hardly even know what to do outside of Revamp. And yeah, as a result, like, I don't know how to just add or remove rooms. So pretty much every Castlevania 3 hack is going to feel relatively the same. Because you're always going to have, like, the first room, then you're going to climb up a vertical shaft, then you're going to go right, then you're going to climb down some stairs, then you go to like block 1-3. It's always going to be like that because I have no idea how to reorder the rooms. I don't know if anyone's ever figured that out. Probably not. So yes, this is day 1 of Castlevania Fangame project. I don't even have like a full-on name for it yet, because this is literally just something I'm doing for fun, just for the sake of relearning Unity, because I haven't touched it in 9 months. I say I caught on pretty quickly. Yeah, this is pretty good for day 1, now that I think about it. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye. See you.